Hey, the Army is getting ready to laterally appoint a ton of specialists to corporals, all that and then some coming up. Hey, team, welcome back to the channel, man. As always, I'm stoked and pumped up to see you. So it's true, right? This has been in the news for a little bit, right? We've had some memorandums that have come out from the Sergeant Major of the Army. We've had some emails that come out. We know this is coming, but what does this look like? What does it feel like? I'm looking to hear your comments and your thoughts of the matter down in the comments below, and I'm going to share with you mine. So let's put the bottom line up front. Sergeant Major of the Army said that if you are a specialist promotable and you have BLC complete, in other words, you meet all prerequisites that would otherwise be holding you back from becoming a non-commissioned officer other than the points, then we need to laterally appoint you from specialist to corporal. Make it happen. And so, things have been going. We've had the time that's come. Our time is coming towards the end of this month where we're going to laterally appoint, it's my battalion, I think around 28. I think about 14 are from my company alone. Man, I've got a ton of specialist promotables who've been to BLC. I'm so proud of those dudes. How many do you have? How many corporals do you have? How many corporals are you going to get? If you don't know what to say, down in the comments below and you want to leave some kind of response, then just type out that number, man, and I'll know what you're talking about. So, in the past, to appoint somebody to corporal, what you had to do was be in a leadership position, have BLC complete, be promotable, and then be, did I already say in a leadership position? You had to be in a leadership position, and then do a 4187 to kind of capture all this stuff and get it pushed up to signed up to get that laterally appointment orders. Now, you don't necessarily need to be in a leadership position, right? The Sergeant Major of the Army didn't say, the SMA didn't say that you must be in a leadership position. So what that's going to mean for a lot of units and organizations out there is you could have a squad with 5 corporals. That'd be kind of awkward. You could have a team led by a specialist who has a corporal. That's possible too, man, if you're not cutting the mustard. But you could always, in those instances, right? Well, I'll talk about that on the back end, like what to do when a corporal is not cutting the mustard. So what are Stoker's thoughts? And these are just Stoker's thoughts, right? These are not anybody else's. They are my own. I shouldn't have to say that, but I do sometimes. Whatever. So here's my thoughts. I think that there are a lot of dudes in our organizations that have a lot of experience that are kind of hiding. You think about how many specialists you have in your footprint. And maybe they're deployed. Maybe they've been in 3, 4, 5, 6 years, 7 years. That'd be kind of awkward too. Or maybe they're just prior service, and that's why they have so many years in. A lot of experience, a lot of technical experience, probably a little bit of tactical experience as well. And it's easy for dudes like me to not see the potential that these soldiers have because they're wearing the same shield as somebody, as a geek off the streets, right? Somebody who maybe even just come in as a specialist, right? Right. So I think it's kind of a good thing. And that's one of the reasons why it's going to make you stand out above and apart from your peers. Does that make sense? Maybe that's the selfish nature in me that I want to see those folks, but I mean, whatever. So I think it's going to be a good thing because these dudes, sometimes that's what they needed too, right? Like you see it when folks get promoted to sergeant. It's like you could some of those specialists out there, man, right? You've seen it. Maybe you are one. You got promoted to sergeant. And that's all it took for you to kick them shoulders back, stand up straight, and start marching like a soldier, right? Maybe that's all it took to have a little bit of responsibility, and that gave you some drive and discipline and initiative. So I think that we're going to see that as well. And so that's another reason why I'm stoked for it. Now, the number one reason why all sergeants want specialist promotables become a corporal is. That's it, because they're going to be on the CQ roster. Hell yeah, they're going to be watching extra duty, right? They're going to do all these kind of supervisory skills. But hopefully you're not like double tapping. Like you should not be on CQ as an NCO and on staff duty as a runner, right? That's not going to happen on my watch. So, man, there we go. Those are my thoughts. I'm a huge fan of Corporal, and it's not just because I was in the Marine Corps from '95 to 2003. Right? I'm a huge fan of non-commissioned officers. Huge fan. So let me know what your thoughts are. We can continue. So what does it take? So it still takes a 4187. Right? You have to be fully eligible, right? You have to have been selected, trained, right? So the promotion board selected you, right? We said that you should be based off of your past performance. You should be moving forward because you're demonstrating the potential to serve as a non-commissioned officer. We sent you to BLC, so you have that institutional knowledge. We've educated you. We've been training you as senior non-commissioned officers. Man, you're ready. It's just your MOS sucks and you don't have enough points. Right? So now you're here. You're all the way to that P. And that's what this step process is all about. It's up or it's out. Like, it applies to all of us. We have to keep moving. We have to keep grinding. Man, that's what this channel is all about. Finding ways and conversations to help us do just that. So if that's what you're into and you haven't already done so, then subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. That way you can stay up to date on some future content, man, because the YouTube algorithm is weird in how and who it sends stuff to your subscription feed box and the notifications. So double check it. If you think there's somebody else, one of your battle buddies, one of your peers that would benefit from this, then consider sharing it out to them as well. That way we can keep this conversation growing and keep it alive and keep it as most relevant as we can be. Man, I appreciate all you guys out there. Again, leave some comments down below. And until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.